What's going on, Jerome's? Beautiful Monday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, came across this. I don't know how to feel about this. So, Kevin O'Connell, although I feel like if Kevin O'Connell was, how old is he, like 39, 38, 39? If he was 18 years younger, like if he was McCarthy's age, he probably would have the broccoli haircut. It's Bussin. Maybe they can do that out of solidarity. Like, if McCarthy wins a starting job, O'Connell agrees to take on the J.J. McCarthy haircut. How did they get their hair like that, by the way? Like, is it like a partial perm? Just let your soul glow. I don't know, man. Some I also don't know. So, if the haircut wasn't a tip-off, like the Instagram, like the social media is like, I mean, J.J. McCarthy's like a young kid. Like, he certainly is of his generation. And, of course, I feel like you have to post, like the cryptic social media posts every now and then. So McCarthy, quote, "People love chopping wood. In this activity, one immediately sees results." And apparently it's from Albert Einstein. Perhaps you heard of him. And it's pictures of J.J. McCarthy at training camp putting in that work. Ooh, next to Diamond Dan Feeney. Speaking of hair, so number 69, nice. Dan Feeney's hair. We used to be a proper country, and now we just have this. Chopping broccoli, get out here. But yeah, McCarthy putting that out there as good motivation. Also, I love that. Sylvia's scratching at the door. Hold on. So I don't know what it is as of late, but Sylvia's been kind of needy. I don't know, kind of worried. Anyways, but McCarthy also, in case you missed the point, included a photo of wood being chopped. Actually, that's more like wood being splintered as opposed to like a solid chopping. But there's a saying like chop wood, carry water. Just do the basics every single day and go from there. Although I really hope he doesn't take this metaphor to his logical conclusion, bringing in an axe and some wood into the locker room, Paul Bunyan style, because that happened back in 2003. Jaguars punter Chris Hansen, why don't you have a seat over there? The fourth-year veteran was accidentally gashed on his right non-kicking foot while wielding the axe. Because I think it's, Jack Del Rio. Yeah, Jack Del Rio at the time placed a stump of oak and an axe in the Jacksonville Jaguars locker room. He did not learn that from the Vikings. That's all. So chopping wood. Of course, it has to be the punter. Like, I understand it was his non-kicking foot. But it has to be the punter that just gashes his foot. That's how you knew that you were cursed. Also, I love the last line. The wound, Agent Drew Rosenhaus told ESPN.com, was self-inflicted. So, again, McCarthy, I love the metaphor. Let's just keep it as a metaphor. That's it. Some unfortunate news that we covered yesterday is that the night practice got canceled and moved to August 12th. I know a lot of fans were looking forward to this. It's a big family event. I mean, some fans from out of state were driving in or flying in, so it kind of stinks. But the weather is what it is, and the Vikings' remaining practices. So we'll talk about practice now. They do have a Tuesday one, which we'll get to. I don't know if that's going to be open to the public, but Wednesday sold out. Thursday is open, and the next Monday will be night practice. And tickets go on sale for that, I believe, 10 a.m. today. So check that out. And Seifert, who's not Carl Gershman, because of weather forecast, blah, 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 canceled, blah, 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 scheduled for the 12th. Move players off day from Tuesday to Monday. So the Vikings, instead of having a closed-door practice, will actually be off on Monday today, and then they'll be back at Tuesday practice. And it says normal practice. So I'm guessing like 2:30, 2:15, 2:30. But TBD if that's going to be open to the public. I feel like they should. I understand the logistics of it, getting security and stuff like that. But I feel like they should be able to pull that off. But I guess we'll find out. Also, good use of emojis by the Boomer. Not Carl Gershman. Also, some good news is that Jerry Tillery, Vikings free agent defensive end, former first-round pick, the pride of Notre Dame, exited practice on Saturday. It had to be carted off, but some good news. Alec Lewis, the Athletic. Vikings say that defensive tackle Jerry Tillery was cleated in the leg Thursday. That's why he exited. You can't see it, but Sylvie's precariously on a stack of it's like my bag on top of a storage container. That thing's going to tip and probably take out the camera. Anyways, team does not believe it's a significant injury, which is positive. He's been mixing in with 3-tech and 5-down fronts. So 5-down linemen working at 3-tech. Love to see that. Also, in base defense, working in as some 4-tech, 5-tech defensive end. So Tillery looks to be a major part of this operation on defense this season. Again, KOC loves the highly drafted mama I can change him type players. Didn't work out with the Chargers. Didn't work out with the Raiders. How do you get cut by Tom Telesco twice? Yeah. Also, again, 99 looks weird on anyone else except for Daniil, but also, the opposite of looking weird looks perfect. J.J. McCarthy in purple, Diamond Dallas Turner in purple. Now, they're always going to be connected because of their first-round status in this year's class, the most transformative offseason in team history, but also they were connected in the Rose Bowl college football semifinals. J.J. McCarthy and the Wolverines leading last-second winner. No problem. Moment's not too big. I mean, you're just in the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, up against Nick Saban in his final game, and one of Saban's better defenses, and also Dallas Turner hunting your ass all damn day. Hunter also put a massive hit on McCarthy on a flea flicker play, which JJ completed, by the way. Woo! Says a lot about both of them, man. But they're teammates. They're having fun now. But I feel like Turner got to be a little bit frustrated because both these guys are going to spend their entire careers with the Vikings. They're never going to play anywhere else. They're going to be first ballot Hall of Famers. And the Rose Bowl was the final time that Dallas Turner would have a chance to hit J.J. McCarthy. That's it. That's it. But it's good to see that. Also good to see the Vikings actually getting some interior pass rush. So Sean Boardman has that great coverage during camp. Give him a follow. Vikings now have a number of options at interior pass rush for obvious passing downs, obviously. Brian Flores was forced to use Harrison Phillips a lot in this role last year due to the lack of depth behind Marcus Davenport. That's part of why the unit ranks so poorly in pass rush. And Phillips fought the good fight last year, but he's just not a pass rusher. But that's why he set a career high for number of snaps. And Flores made it a point of emphasis this offseason of reducing his snaps and reducing his role as a pass rusher because he's great stopping the run, but doesn't bring a ton as a pass rusher. And hopefully some other guys would step up there. Continues. So far I've seen Diamond Dallas Turner, AVG, Patrick Jones second, Jonathan Grenard, Jihad Ward, and Levi Drake Rodriguez all get snaps in this role. So by interior, we're talking about 5-techs and in. So basically tackle box and in. So it could be on the nose, 0-tech, 1-tech, could be 3-tech, 4-tech, 5-tech, whatever. But basically non-edge rushers is what we're talking about. So, I mean, the Vikings, we talked about Flores already deployed his NASCAR package, having 4, potentially even 5 edge rushers on the field at the same time, but having 2 of them line up on the interior. I believe the first draft was AVG and Patrick Jones second on the inside, but I'm sure that rotates through. And basically, the quickest solution to the Vikings' lack of pressure efficiency, so the Vikings were the number 1 blitzing team last year, but they were number 15 in terms of pressure rate. It just was really inefficient, and the greatest competitive advantage for a defense is being able to get a pass rush with 4 guys. And that's why the Tampa 2 worked with the 2002 Buccaneers, because you had Simeon Rice, because you had Warren Sapp, and those guys were able to get a pass rush, and then they could drop 7 into coverage. Life gets a lot easier. But last year, I mean, even Daniil was relatively inefficient rushing the passer, and the Vikings having some semblance of interior pass rush would do wonders for this, because if the Vikings were able to drop 7 consistently, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem for the offense, very good for us. So you're looking at guys like LDR, Jaquelin Roy, really stepping up there. Tillery to a degree, although he doesn't really bring the thunder like some of these other guys can. Bullard's more of a run stopper. Jonah Williams is a bit of a tweener. But, deploying some of your edge rushers on the inside, I think Patrick Jones does have the temperament to be able to do a little something down there. But also, guys like LDR, Jaquelin Roy, can they be rotational pass rushers on the inside? I think that's certainly something that they could work on this year. Speaking of PJ too, so the Vikings Entertainment Network, VEN, has been doing some really good work. They did so they got fans drawing portraits of the players, not Dallas Turner cheating, drawing the logo, but a fan drew Patrick Jones second, the pride of Pitt, and just got the gun show going on. That's right. I mean, his biceps are as wide as his waist. He's looking like Popeye the Sailor Man out there. And Patrick Jones second was loving it. They made me look swole. It's great, man. And even though we've hypothetically tried to trade Patrick Jones a number of times, mainly because he's talented. It's a numbers game in the edge rusher room, and also the Vikings could save some cap. I think that he's going to go off. I think that if Jones gets in there and has a significant role on defense, I think that he could wreck some fools, man. It's gonna be great. Also, yeah. Also great is so Jayon Johnson. Respect the pride of Utah is one of the better cornerbacks in the game, and yeah, I want him coming out of Utah, but he had those shoulder issues. First round talent, dropped to the second round, all that stuff. Ari Mariov, My Sports Update. Bears All-Pro cornerback Jayon Johnson, allegedly All-Pro, on being left off the NFL's top 100 list. It's bull bleep. There ain't no way Aaron Rodgers didn't even play in the season. He was voted. It's disrespectful. I think he's mad at the wrong people, like, because he understands that it's the players that vote, like it's his peers that are voting for it. So I know the players love the us against the media approach. And trust me, I definitely lean in on the media sometimes. Sometimes I make them a straw man, but I'm fully aware of it. It's fine. But I mean, what needs to happen one year is they need to leak the ballots. So the players, sign on their name, do up their top 20, because they only rank a top 20, and then that goes into the top 100 based on ranked choice voting. But it needs to be, they need to release it, because I'm sure that a number of Bears were part of the survey. I want to know if all of them put Jayon on their ballot or if some left him off. I mean, that would just be beautiful toxicity. Because hey, if you're Jayon Johnson, you found out one of your teammates didn't even vote you as one of the top 20 players in the league. I mean, just the insults. It's great, man. And again, people treat the top 100 like the holy grail just because, it's the players voting on it. The players know ball. The players are human. The players are biased just like us. They vote for their friends. They vote for their teammates. They don't vote for their rivals. Why do you think Patrick Mahomes ended up number 4? Come on. It's just jealousy. It's just ridiculousness. But either way, love seeing Jayon pissed off. And you could say, like, well, he'll use this for motivation. Okay, best of luck. You still have to cover Justin Jefferson, so good luck with that. But that's it. That's it. We bussin'. Have yourself a beautiful Monday. It's going to be a good day. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skull, production value.